It would be hard to talk about just Kwithu Kitchen without reaching out to our community project, Kwithu CBO. We work with the communities here. It's about 23,000 people. And then we started our feeding program, like everything else. You're getting aid from people, you're feeding the kids. People get tired. Then I started thinking of, we need to build something that can commercially, help us in future. And that's when I thought, boom, we need tomatoes to feed our kids. And so we started just to say, okay, let's preserve tomatoes. And I'm like, can't we sell this? One of our board members from US, Maloto, we were driving to Mzuzu. We just came from US and we were passing through and she was seeing these pyramids of tomatoes. And she asked, she says, do you have tomatoes all year round? I said, no. We don't have tomatoes year round. So he says, but would you want me to teach the women how to preserve tomatoes? And you don't need machines. I'll come and teach them. And so she taught 5 women. We're 20 women. 5 women learned how to preserve tomatoes. So we said we're going to make a business and we're going to make tomato processing a big business. And if we make a profit, we'll be able to give to the school, to give it to the children, and we'll continue that way. We had a lot of imports from South Africa, and our tomatoes were more expensive than the tomatoes that we got from South Africa. But I still felt I'm not a quitter. Instead of just dropping it, I should diversify. That's how we started doing honey. And the whole reason why we started Kwithu Kitchen is really to be self-sustained. Last year we celebrated the 20 years that I've been working on this program, to be able to see the kids that I started with when they were 7 years old. They've gone full circle. They've gone to university. Some are teachers here, some are medical doctors, some are pilots. So whatever I've done, I would lie to you to say if it was a plan. I think when I started the feeding program, I was just saying, so what's next? I can feed these kids all I want, then what? Maybe if I educate these kids. And then I looked at the women that I was working with, and I'm like, what can I do for them? And then that's how the empowerment came in. And for me, I just said, bingo, feed, educate, and empower. I would say I'm a community organizer, a social worker. I work with people. But I've always believed that you can be anything you want to be, as long as you're passionate about what you're doing. Whatever I've learned on job. We all have our past, good or bad, and I just want to do something that, the limitations that I had, I want these kids not to have to go through that. And also to be able to tell them, to say, look guys, we cannot all be doctors. We cannot all be lawyers. Whatever you choose in life, just put your heart into it. Work hard on it. And to be able to say, I'm 63 now in my lifetime, to actually see what I always wanted. I never thought it would happen. But here I am. I'm from Malawi. We've never been at war with anyone. And I think we'll never be. We don't have a bush for people to hide. And I can build something, whether 20, 30 years from now, that thing will be still there. Why can't I try? I wish there were so many organizations like Exchange, because you know what? Money is useful, but there are some things money cannot buy. And I think that's what Exchange has done for us. And the thing that I'm really grateful for Exchange is that it's a true partnership. When they come here, it's not like, oh, we're just helping you and what have you. But they are so passionate and so committed. So what I can tell you is that what Exchange is doing, they shouldn't stop. I think, especially in the sub-Saharan Africa, we need that kind of expertise. Technical support, it's more than people can give you money. You can have all the money. If you don't have the right expertise, it won't happen. The opportunities are huge in Malawi, especially now. You know, we have a lot of Malawians who have started businesses and what have you. And we are an agriculture country. So whatever you put in the soil is nice, beautiful, tasty. But you need capitalization of your business. And the challenge you have is trust. You know, people who want to come and invest in Kwithu Kitchen, they'll start thinking, we should be able to make it. But I also believe that as a country, there are very good entrepreneurs here who just need that push. The people who are really doing the things are in the background and nobody is there to help them. I think it will get worse before it gets better because, you know, the issue is Malawi is landlocked. And with our shortage of forex, you know, whether we like it or not, if I want to buy equipment for the factory, it needs to come from somewhere. And I need to have forex to buy those things. And I think things need to change. I think things need to be targeted. So for me, as a country, I just think that we need political will, but I think more so, it needs people like me on the grassroots. I think Malawi needs to be built from bottom up. There's no place I would rather be than this country. Yes, we might not have the money, but God somehow gave us a very beautiful country. And Malawians are very warm and sweet. So for me, I've traveled, but there's no other place I would rather be than here.